What do you get when you combine 12 minigames with some of Nintendo's most iconic characters? Well, if you guessed Nintendoland, then you're just cheating because you looked right above me, or the description, or you looked for this video, or you found it. Well, regardless, Nintendoland is basically a glorified tech demo similar to that of Wii Sports, showing you how to use the newfangled Wii remote. And this time is no different, except this time it's a big gamepad with a screen. It's basically like a big DS. Yeah, pretty much like a big ass DS, that's what it is. Nintendoland takes place in an amusement park type setting, which is the hub world for the 12 minigames as described before. These games are labeled as different attractions, such as team attractions, competitive attractions, and solo attractions. So why don't we take a look at all of the attractions that make up this very circular theme park? When using the gamepad, you can control your Mii and walk into the entrance of any game you like. But when using the Wiimote, you have a more simplified menu to choose from the games, which are all neatly sorted into the aforementioned attraction types. So let's start with the solo attractions. Captain Falcon's Twister Race is a pretty interesting take on the much-loved classic of F-Zero. Prompting the user to turn the Wii U gamepad on its side and use the steering wheel is something I could do without. But like I said, this is a glorified tech demo. This minigame dresses you like Captain Falcon and puts you into his beloved racing vehicle. The gamepad gives you a top-down kind of view, which is supposed to be a more strategic view, maybe to avoid hitting obstacles or not to lose any time by missing a turn. Looking at the TV gives you a third-person type view, but with this game you have the luxury of using whatever view you like. I should also mention that there is a camera button you can press on the gamepad that will show your face on the TV screen. But for this review, instead of my face, you'll be seeing the camera. So, sorry ladies, maybe next time. Next we have Balloon Trip Breeze. This is based on the NES game Balloon Fight. Using the stylus to create gusts of wind that allow your Mii to progress through the level, all the while dodging spikes and the occasional enemy that will come after you. The levels are divided into morning, afternoon, evening, and nighttime, which end with landing on an island. I really loved the music in this game, especially the evening and nighttime segments. This game is one of the main reasons why I feel like using a gamepad in conjunction with the TV gives the DS effect. It can be a bit of a challenge looking back and forth between the gamepad and the TV, but it can also become a bit of an annoyance if you're not a big fan of that. Yoshi's Fruit Cart is all about getting your little Yoshi themed cart to collect all the fruit in the level by making a trail by drawing a path with the gamepad. You'll have to be careful as not to miss a fruit. I know I did, and just barely too. The catch is that the fruit is only visible on the TV screen, so you have to use reference points in the background to complete your path. Octopus Dance is the rhythm-based game in which you use the control sticks or the gyro sensor in the gamepad. The key to this game is memorizing and replicating the actions performed by the diver. This game is pretty much a once and done for me. Next is Donkey Kong's Crash Course, which is based on the original arcade game. The use of the gamepad is quite interesting in this one, tilting it in the direction you want to go, using analog sticks and the L and R buttons, even blowing into the microphone are used to manipulate levers, elevators, and pathways. This game is extremely tough. You'll find yourself wiping out quite a bit, going through many lives, and even having to start over. Being really careful about your next moves is the key to beating this game. The last of the solo attractions is Takamaru's Ninja Castle. In this game you are using the gamepad to throw shurikens at enemy ninjas. And there's some pretty nice Japanese styled scenery as well, but this game is all about taking down waves of ninjas. And really that's just about it. Moving on to my favorite part of Nintendoland, which is the team attractions. They can also be played single player as well for those of you who don't have any friends and decide to do video reviews, but don't be ashamed, I'm one of them. First we've got The Legend of Zelda Battle Quest. In this game you can either use the gamepad or the Wiimote to slice enemies or shoot them down with your bow and arrow. There are many levels you can progress through, which I'm still working on, but you'll be treated to an assortment of those classic Zelda songs which have been given a new arrangement for your listening pleasure. My preference with this game is playing with the Wiimote, hands down. It's got spot-on one-to-one movements, which makes it even better. Next up is Pikmin Adventure, where you control Captain Olimar, who takes command of Pikmin with the gamepad, and if you have friends, they can control larger Pikmin to help navigate levels, defeat enemies in that classic Pikmin style everybody loves. It's got a strategy type feel to it, which I do like, although I was really never a huge fan of Pikmin to begin with. But I do know this game only makes the wait longer for those of you who are just dying for Pikmin 3. With the last of the team attractions comes my favorite of the whole game, Metroid Blast. Using the gamepad, you can take control of Samus's gunship, or you can play on foot with the Wiimote and Nunchuck, which is the way I completely recommend playing this game. My favorite game type in Metroid Blast is Assault Mission, where you take on waves of enemies or collect tokens with the occasional appearance from Ridley. This game makes Nintendoland all the more worth it to own in my opinion. Moving on to the competitive attractions. First up is Mario Chase, which is really just what it sounds like. In this game, the person who controls the gamepad runs around the map while whomever controls the Wiimote tries to chase them down in this basically Nintendoland version of tag. Based on Luigi's Mansion is Luigi's Ghost Mansion. Whomever controls the gamepad takes on the persona of a ghost trying to sneak up on the person who is taking control of the Wiimote dressed as Luigi with the flashlight in classic Luigi's Mansion style. The ghost remains invisible to everyone, but if the ghost nears the players with the Wiimote will vibrate, cluing them in that the ghost is near. Out of all the competitive attractions, I think this one is my favorite. Just don't be afraid to shine your flashlight anywhere you think there might be a ghost. The last of the competitive attractions is Animal Crossing Sweet Day. This game is similar to Mario Chase, but those who control the Wiimote must collect 15 pieces of candy without being caught by the guards, who is the person controlling the gamepad. The controls are a bit weird if you're using the gamepad. You control 2 guards, one with each control stick. It's a bit weird, but I guess you'll get used to it. As the players collect more candy, the slower they get, so don't go stealing all the candy because you'll be making yourself more susceptible to be getting caught. Although my clothes may have changed since the start of this video, my opinion on the game really hasn't. Nintendoland is honestly just a really great and fun game. A few of the games are hit or miss, yeah, but there's enough to keep me interested, like Metroid Blast and Zelda. But my main opinion that I just really don't like about this game? Where the hell is Star Fox? I don't know if anybody else is thinking this, but I'm pretty sure we all would have preferred Fox's Space Adventure over Game & Watch's Octopus Rhythm Dance bullshit. Whatever. But anyway, if you're on the fence of getting a Wii U or just Nintendoland, I definitely recommend this game. So, what are you waiting for? Get it? Wii U? You? Yep. I'm done. That's it.